Whoa, whoops. Ow. Looks like that's what's up next on PS 100. I'm physically in so much pain. While today is nice and sunny, I didn't expect it to warm up enough to melt that candy bar so fast. But since it did, I might as well use this mess to explain a few things about climate change. So let's back up a bit. From the time I parked until the time I came back, visible light from the sun passed through my windows and was absorbed by my car's interior surfaces. As those surfaces absorbed the light, they heated up and radiated that heat throughout the interior of the car, and unlike the visible light, that heat doesn't travel real well through glass, so the interior of the car just got hotter and hotter, turning my candy bar into a chocolate puddle. That's what happens when the amount of energy going out isn't equal to the amount of energy going in. If I had left the windows down, the amount of energy radiating in would have warmed the interior a bit, but that thermal energy would have gone right out of the open windows through convection. But with the windows closed, the thermal energy can't flow out. It can only radiate out, and cool air doesn't radiate heat very well, so the thermal energy builds and builds until it can radiate enough energy to make up for the lack of convection. Earth's climate is shaped by similar scientific processes. Sunlight passes through our atmosphere and is absorbed by atoms on the Earth's surface. Then those atoms heat up, converting and releasing the light they absorbed as infrared radiation, aka heat. Before that radiation can escape into space, greenhouse gases trapped in our atmosphere absorb that energy all over again. And when they re-radiate that energy, some of it will go right back towards the Earth. While the Earth ultimately radiates out the same amount of energy the sun radiates in, the photons that get bounced back down temporarily upset the balance. Just like the car, this heats up the surface, which can then release more infrared photons until balance is restored. So, even though there's no lid on the atmosphere, greenhouse gases absorb thermal radiation and keep the energy close to the surface for a while. This is actually a good thing. Our Earth couldn't support life as we know it without greenhouse gases to help stabilize its temperature. But, as usual, too much of a good thing can cause some serious problems. Since we've been pumping more and more of these greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, scientists are getting pretty anxious. While it's true that many factors contribute to the average global temperature, these changes seem to occur in predictable cycles. And recent trends in both temperature and greenhouse gas concentrations break those climate patterns. Based on our current data, if we don't figure something out, melted candy bars may be the least of our problems. That's it for this episode of PS 100. For more science and research opportunities for BYU undergrads, be sure to check out the links in the description below.